The baby dolphin's big rescue. The ocean playground. The ocean stretched endlessly, a vast, shimmering world where creatures of all shapes and sizes danced through the waves. Among them was a young dolphin named Splash, full of energy and curiosity. He loved to play, leaping through the water, chasing schools of fish, and exploring the coral reefs with his mother, Maris. The two of them would glide effortlessly through the waves, their movements synchronized like a beautiful ocean dance. But today felt different. The water had a strange stillness, as if something unseen lurked just beyond sight. A dangerous adventure. One bright morning, as the sun cast golden rays over the ocean, Splash ventured farther than usual. His mother called for him to stay close, but the thrill of independence pushed him forward, darting through the waves as the deep blue pulled him into its mystery. He dove down, weaving through patches of seaweed, watching tiny fish scatter as he moved past. The world felt boundless, and his young heart raced with excitement, unaware of the silent danger ahead, a forgotten fishing net, barely visible in the dim light below, a shadow in the water. It swayed gently, deceiving in its stillness, waiting, trapped and helpless. A sudden jolt. His tail yanked back sharply. A sharp pain shot through his body. Panic surged. He spun, twisting his sleek body, trying to swim free. The more he struggled, the tighter the net wound around his fins. Threads bit into his skin. His heart pounded like the crashing waves above. He let out a series of high-pitched whistles, the sounds swallowed by the endless water around him. Maris heard. Instantly, she turned, racing toward the distress call. She found him, twisting and turning, his sleek form struggling against the net's merciless grip. She circled him, nudging, pushing, desperate to break him free. The net wouldn't give. The ocean, once his playground, now felt like a cage. A mother's desperation. Maris didn't leave his side. She clicked and whistled, long and urgent, her sounds echoing through the water, hoping someone, anyone, would hear. Splash's energy waned, his struggles weakening. His eyes darted toward his mother, filled with fear. She pushed against him again, using all her strength, but the net wouldn't budge. It wrapped around his body like a snake, squeezing tighter each second. For the first time, she felt helpless. The rescuers spot trouble. Far above, on the deck of a marine research vessel, a group of scientists scanned the water. They weren't expecting a rescue mission today, but fate had other plans. Jake, the lead diver, lifted his binoculars. He saw movement, erratic, frantic. He adjusted the lens. A dolphin. No, two. And something was wrong. His gut tightened. "We have to go," he said. No hesitation. Racing against time engines roared to life. The boat cut through the waves, speeding toward the scene. Every second mattered. As they neared, the image became clearer. A calf, tangled, his mother circling, her movements growing more frantic. Jake and his partner Emily exchanged a glance. They had done this before, but no two rescues were the same. The ocean was unpredictable. One wrong move, and the outcome could change in an instant. "Gear up," Jake said. The rescue begins. They hit the water, the chill biting against their suits. Silence engulfed them. Below, Splash twitched, sensing movement. Fear flickered in his eyes. Maris hovered close, torn between trust and instinct. Jake reached out, slow and deliberate. He signaled Emily, who retrieved a specialized knife. The net was tangled tight. Cutting it would take precision. One mistake, and Splash could get hurt. Maris let out a long, low whistle. A warning? A plea? Jake steadied himself. He had to be careful. A delicate operation time blurred. Every careful cut released another thread, but the net clung stubbornly. Splash flinched at every movement. His breaths came short, sharp. Maris emitted soft clicks, a soothing rhythm, a snag. A part of the net was caught on something deeper. Emily gestured to Jake. They needed to act fast. She swam lower, tracing the net's source, a piece of metal debris. She worked quickly, cutting the last knots. The net loosened, but one last strand remained tightly wrapped around Splash's tail. Jake's hands moved swiftly, his heartbeat matching the ticking clock in his mind. One last cut. Freedom at last. A moment of stillness. Then, movement. Splash jolted forward, uncertain at first. Then, realization hit. He was free. He twisted, shot upward, and broke the surface in a magnificent arc, water cascading off his smooth skin. The sunlight kissed his back as he breached, the ocean welcoming him home once more. Jake and Emily surfaced, gasping. The boat erupted in cheers. Maris swam close to her calf, brushing against him, checking, comforting. She turned, looking toward the humans. Just for a second. A silent acknowledgement. Then they disappeared into the vast blue. A lesson for the future. Jake climbed onto the boat, shaking off the water. He watched as the mother and calf vanished beneath the surface. Emily exhaled deeply, removing her mask. That was close. Jake nodded. His gaze lingered on the endless waves. But there's always another out there who needs saving. The boat turned toward shore. Behind them, the waves stretched endlessly, whispering their stories to those who dared to listen. Moral: we must protect our oceans and help marine animals.
Like and subscribe to make the animals happy. Bye-bye.